Hey guys, happy Thursday. Today's day 4, week 9. We're doing our morning seat work, 36.4, and your math RW PW 150. Excuse me while I get dressed. Okay, so go ahead and make sure you're ready and go ahead and solve the problems. You could do the whole page if you want as normal, and then come back and check though. If you get stuck, then just come back, mute or just come back. Okay, alrighty, so let me give you a minute to pause. That was the word I was looking for. And then just come back and we can correct your work together, okay? Alrighty, let's see how you did. You're adding the first problem. We've got 8, 9, 10, right? With the 0, carry the 1. I'm going to start with the big numbers, 7, 8, 9. Nothing to regroup. Something's wrong with my pen. And 8 plus 1 is 9. Did you get 990? Good. All right. Did you notice that you are subtracting here? So we've got 3 take away 2. You can do that. 2 less than 3 is 1. But you can't say 0 take away 5 is 5, right? Because that would be flipped. More on the floor, go next door, grab 10 more, bring it on over, and you've got 10 minus 5. 5 plus 5 makes 10. And 5 take away 5 is 0. And we don't put the 0 at the beginning, do we? Okay, check it out. We're subtracting. You've got 1, you're going to take away 2. If you have 1, you cannot take away 2. So we've got to go next door and borrow 10 more. 11, take away 9. Take away 2, there's your answer, 9. Did you get that? 9 plus 2 makes 11. Now look what we did to ourselves. Now we have to regroup again because 2 take away 3 is not possible. So we go to the hundreds place, carry that right in front of the 2 tens. 12 tens, take away 3 tens is another 9. And 3 take away 2 is 1. 199. One more, you'd have 200, right? So we've got addition. 8 plus 7. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. 7 is 1 less, if you want to think of it that way. And you carry your 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 875. Got that? Good. Okay, so now we're doing that numbers form chart again. You got the standard form. 458 is how you say that. What would that be? It would be 400, 2 zeros, right? Because it's 2 spaces over, plus 50, 1 0 because it's 1 space over, and 8, no zeros because it's no space over. It's just there, right? And so how do you write 4? F-O-U-R. How do you write 100? Good. How do you write 50? You see the heart? It's because I love you guys. 50. And how do you write 8? It's not A-T-E. It's hyphen E-I-G-H-T. Nothing like it sounds, right? We know that it has a homophone, A-T-E. That's like I ate the ice cream cone with the cherry on top. This is the number A. 458. Okay, so what do you have there? 644. 644. 6 hundreds, 2 places over, right? 40, 1 0, 4. Okay? And then you have 70 plus nothing would be what? 70. And how do you write 70? It's a 7 T-Y. And they already gave you that one. That's why I didn't write it. 70. Good. Okay, take a look. It says, though the words are similar, choose the best word to complete each sentence. Sometimes words can mean the same thing, but there would be one that probably makes more sense, okay? For example, our class walked up the mountain together, or our class hiked up the mountain together. Well, to me, if you're on a straight path, you're walking, but if you're going up a mountain, you are hiking, right? So I would write hiked on that line if I were you. Give you a chance to do that. Okay, the little mouse nibbled on a piece of cheese. The little mouse chomped on a piece of cheese. I would think a giraffe would chomp and a mouse would nibble, right? I think you better go with nibbled. All right, the sentence. Many animals live in the woods near my home. By the kinds, all forests live in house of critters mine. All would be number one. All what? It says many animals live in the woods. What's another word for animals? Critters. Would I say all critters? Are all the critters, all the animals in the world living by her? No. How about all kinds, number two, of critters, right? All kinds, four critters of, number five, critters. What about them? Live. All, number one. Kinds, number two. Of, number three. Critters, number four. Live, number five. Where do they live? In, number six. The, number seven. Forest, number eight. By my house. All kinds of critters live in the forest by my house, okay? So finish that, write that sentence when you're ready, and we are looking at your math. We're dealing with time again, and still, that's time is going to be obviously our last chapter together, telling time. Okay, so it says, how can you know where the minute hand points at 5:20? Well, if it's 5 o'clock and you want 5:20, you have to count by fives. Each number, 5, 10, 15, 20. That's how you know. You're just simply counting by fives. You have to skip count 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get to the 20. So the minute hand is on the 4. 5 times 4 is 20, right? Or 4 times 5, in this case, it'd be 4 times you've counted by fives. It wants us to use a clock, here's mine, to show the time and draw the minute hand. So it says 2:25, let's make it 2 o'clock. Okay, so the hour hand is crept past the 2. Where is the minute hand on 25? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. On the 5, right? 5 fives are 25. So draw the minute hand to the 5. 4:50, okay. It was 4 o'clock. And boy, that hour hand is so close to the 5. Can we just go to 30, knowing that's 30? 35, 40, 45, 50. The minute hand would be on the 10 because that's 50 minutes on the 10. 7:10, here is 7 o'clock. At 7:10, 5:10. Your minute hand is on the 2. 2 5s make 10. Okay? Kind of like multiplication and telling time all at the same time. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. Go ahead on number 1 for 3:25 on the other page. Trace over the arrow, the dots, because the minute hand would be on the 5. 25 is on the 5. Okay, so it's 10:10. This is what 10 o'clock looks like. You've already got your hour hand. 5:10. Where's the minute hand? On the 2. 12:55. There's 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. That hour hand is almost to the 1, but it's not 1 o'clock yet. You've got 5 more minutes. The minute hand is on the 11. 8:40, let's make it 8 o'clock. You want 40 minutes after 8. The hour hand is right in between 15, 30, 35, 40. The minute hand's on the 8. You see how the hour hand crept toward the 9? Looks very much like the picture. Okay, 11:05. Here's 11:05 is just boink to the 1, right? 1 jump. 9:35. Here's 9 o'clock. You know 9:30 is right there, right? Halfway around. And 5 more means the minute hand is on the 7, and the hour hand is halfway between the 9 and the 10. Okay, now we're going to solve a problem. It says my hour hand, we don't have either one, my hour hand points between the 2 and the 3. Okay, so go ahead and draw the hour hand between the 2 and the 3. And then it says my minute hand points to the 4. So actually, let's go to 2 o'clock and see where that hour hand would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hour hand is just past the 2. You don't want it to be too far, because if the minute hand's on the 4, it's just what time? 2:20. So you want to write 2:20 in that little blocks. Okay, and then you've shown your time on your clock, right? Okay, great. Well, that's it for that. Then we're going to go into your math. So go ahead and get yourselves finished up here and ready, and I'll be back.